High School for Hopkinton Hillers Varsity Baseball on HCAM. Tom Nappy alongside Larry Sacklad on the call, Joe Frackleton on camera. And today it is a crosstown rivalry as the 2-1 Hillers take on Ashland. And it should be a great game between these two teams, and they have certainly had some good battles in the past. Ashland on the season is 3-1. As we have the first hitter stepping in, a bit of an early start. Connor Cowan is in, as this is hit in the air and caught by the second baseman for the first out. One away.
Easy pop-up for Paglialuca.
That'll bring up Jack Reardon, the first baseman.
Andrew Gahn pitching today. The defense for Hopkinton is Joe Carazza at third base, Nick Baharik at short, Scotty Pagliuca at second base, Mr. Simulus over at first base, left field. It's Petruni, Bernie, and Hallaback. Behind the plate today is Dylan Locke as usual. And towing the rubber is Andrew Gahn of walk-off fame.
2-1 count. There's a ball. The Ashland lineup, you had Connor Cowan lead off. Jack Reardon is up now. He is the first baseman. Center fielder Connor Kramer batting third. Luke Herder, the catcher, is the cleanup hitter. As that pitch is going to be down low. That'll draw the walk. And that'll bring up Connor Kramer. And after Luke Herder in the cleanup spot, you have the right fielder Keegan Weiss. And second baseman Grant Reap. The DH batting seventh, Don Boselli. Third baseman Dean Reap is hitting eighth, and hitting ninth is Ethan Antoniuk, the left fielder. And the pitcher is Ty Ledachevsky, as there's a hit batter that'll put two on.
Well, we're blessed with two consecutive very above average home plate umpires. I don't know who did the last game against the Norwood Mustangs, but no complaints on either side. Of course, we have Mike Whalen today.
The best of the best. A nice day out here as well. Temperatures in the low 60s today. Sunny skies.
I was on time today, Tom. You?
Well, if the game didn't start early, I would have been very much.
Oh, umpiring crew is down here at 12:30 for a 1 o'clock game, so that pushed things along. Nice block.
And both runners are going to take off.
Runners read that ball right. They saw it going down into the dirt, and they took off right away.
We're on air for the first pitch, Larry. It's all that matters.
I understand. I just get a little squirrely, you know.
Working from the stretch now. Line up and the pitch. There's a strike from Gahn.
Talked briefly with Vinny Perper, who was going to be the number one ace this year. He broke his fibula, but he will be out of the cast come the third week of May and doing PT, swing and a miss. And he is back to the dugout.
Two away. That'll bring up Keegan Weiss, the right fielder.
His break was less severe than I had been told, so he will not miss any time next year at Bryant College. Runners on second and third.
There's a strike.
Oh, Johnny Waters has taken the number one spot, and Andrew Gahn moves up in the rotation.
There's a ball. 1-1 the count.
Reports from Bowdoin College. Here's a little stat for you, Tom. Up by Steven Simos, the young son of Coach Simos, is hitting .440.
Wow. That does not surprise me.
.440 in college is.
It's very impressive, but I expected that out of him. That's down low.
Gone comes right over the top. Big kid, a lot of arms and legs, but doesn't use them on the mound.
He delivers. This is hit up the middle. Glove by the shortstop. Throw to first. And it is in time. 6-3 out. And despite two reaching, no runs score. We're scoreless as we head to the bottom of the first on HCAM. And we are just about ready for the bottom of the first. Hillers coming up in this scoreless game. Starting things off is going to be Joe Carazza, the third baseman. He'll hit first. Hitting second, catcher Dylan Locke. Mike Burney, the center fielder, hitting third. Charlie Petruni, the left fielder, hitting cleanup. Sean Waters, the DH, is hitting fifth as there's a strike. Hitting sixth, Charlie Simulus, the first baseman. Andrew Gunn, the pitcher, hitting seventh. Scott Pagliuca, the second baseman, hitting eighth. There's a ball down low. 2-0 the count. Right fielder Connor Hallenbeck hitting ninth, and Nick Baharik, the flex, playing shortstop.
Yeah, he's the cellar dweller.
Carazza
Carazza was on first base our last game down here when Andrew Gunn split the gap between left field and center field, and he scampered all the way home for the walk-off win against Norwood.
That was a great win for the Hillers in a game that featured some base running mistakes, I would say.
Oh, yeah, there were a few.
But
you think?
Yeah. But they came out on top with a nice walk-off hit, the 2-2. And then that hit him. So Carazza takes first base. That'll bring up Dylan Locke.
I'd like to welcome all the fans from around the world tuning in and those behind their desks at work or on their couches watching today's action.
We'll take a look at the Ashland defense. Ty Letichevsky is your pitcher. Behind home plate, Luke Herter. At first base, Jack Reardon. Grant Reap is the second baseman. At third base, Dean Reap. Shortstop, Connor Cowan. And left to right, you got Ethan Antonick, Connor Kramer, and Keegan Weiss.
He's going to go if his move is no good.
There's a ball.
Hockey players like to run, they say. True? Running backs,
Yep.
true?
Absolutely.
All right, we'll see what Carazza does at first base.
He does have speed, that's for sure. And that's fouled away. Speed with the skates and speed with the legs.
Now, Dylan played hockey this year, did he not?
He did.
Well, he'll
Very
be
good
heading to
hockey player.
Bowdoin next year.
Calls
time.
Called.
The Friday night meal up at Bowdoin is lobster, blueberry cake, and corn on the cob. That's their ritual Friday night.
Slight lead by Carazza. And Letichevsky threatens to check in. He slides back.
Third base coach John Zach is blocking me out. Thank you.
That's all right. You don't need to see.
Yeah, no.
You can stand where he wants. His job's more important than yours. There's a strike.
The last game, there were 4 Hopkinton runners that raced on a stolen base, and one runner took off for a second, and there was a line out to the first baseman. So there were 5 runners attempting to make it to second.
And the runner is taking off. The throw up is not in time. And Carazza has a stolen bag.
There's a certain odor that emanates. Comes right over here when they're going to take off.
Chevsky giving a long glare in. Takes a look at second and deals. And there's strike three. One away. That'll bring up Mike Burney.
Not a bad knee buckler, Tom.
Certainly wasn't.
Coach Simos, never afraid to run.
Mike Burney in his senior year stepping back in. He pitched a nice couple innings in that game against Norwood. Chevsky looks at second and deals. There's a strike. Line up and the pitch. Swing and a miss. I'll make it 0-2.
Like to say hello to Mike Burney's grandmother, Miss Fagan in Hudson. She's one of our loyal watchers.
And that hits him. Second hit batter for the Hillers. That'll bring up Charlie Petruni, the left fielder. Two on, one out for the Hillers. Carazza over at second, and Burney at first.
Charlie Petruni.
And Ledichevsky looking to throw over. Both runners taking a lead.
Second baseman tapping his glove to let Carazza know that he's over there.
And he has him picked off. Throw to third. Carazza going back to second base. The throw over. Now he's going to head back to third. The throw over, and he is caught. And Burney will take off and head to second.
Coach Simos was yelling for the bench to have the runner continue to go while Carazza was in that rundown. He eventually got the message and headed to second base.
So now it's 1 on, 2 outs. Well, the Hillers are certainly going to be aggressive on the base paths this year, it seems, Larry.
Do you know how they fared against the Varian brothers?
They lost that game, I believe it was 6-1.
We don't travel. We're strictly home team announcing crew.
Well, during the season.
They don't have it in the budget.
That's right.
With gas prices the way they are.
They lost 7-2 over at Xaverian. Chesky deals, and this is going to be hit up the right side. That'll trickle into right field. Mike Burney going to try to score. The throw is not going to be in time. Burney slides in safely, and now the throw to second is into center field. And here goes Petruni to third. So Petruni with an RBI single, advancing to second on the throw home, and advances to third since that throw was an errant throw. And John Waters will step in. Now this is one of those situations where you hope Carazza being thrown out doesn't come back to hurt you. That's going to be a strike. Wind up and the pitch. Up high. 1-1 the count.
Petruni ever mindful of a pass ball or a ball that gets boxed around and goes right or left.
There's a ball on a breaking pitch.
Talking to home plate umpire Mike Whalen before the game, he said, ball low. Real shortage of umpires and a shortage of officials generally for all the sports.
Yeah, it certainly is. Wind up and the pitch. And that's going to get away. And he got hit by the pitch, so that'll send Petruni back to third. Third hit batter for the Hillers. That'll bring up Charlie Simulus, the first baseman.
Ashland coach calling out numbers to let his infielders know what the catcher's going to do.
Simulus fouls this away to the parking lot.
Not beyond the realm of possibility the runner from first will go. Take a peek and see where the throw goes and get caught in a rundown.
Slight lead at third by Petruni. The throw threatens to throw over. He'll throw to first instead. He was thinking the Hillers were going to try to sneak a steal there to second base. Wind up and the pitch. Up high. 1-1 the count.
How was your holiday, Tom?
That was just fantastic.
Did you get your chocolate bunny? You were swing and a miss.
I can't eat that stuff anymore.
You did not get your chocolate bunny?
I gave it to the kids.
Oh, gee.
1-2
what
the
a
count.
sport.
Wind up and the pitch. And there's a strikeout that'll wrap up the inning, but the Hillers plate one and lead it 1-0 as we head to the top of the second on HCAM. Top of the second inning, Grant Reap stepping in. 6-7 and 8-2 up. Grant Reap, Don Boselli, and Dean Reap. Base Andrew gone. Line up and the pitch. There's a strike.
He's got his velocity today, Andrew Gahn does.
Leg lift and the pitch. There's strike two. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. I'll bring up Don Boselli, the DH.
Couple of whiffs for Gahn so far today.
Yep. Leg lift and the pitch. And a little outside.
Luke Gustafson, a former ace for Ashland at Tufts now.
And this is ripped up the left side foul.
Slice foul. He's over at Tufts, wears number 99, just in case you were wondering. Has not seen any action at all this year. I'm wondering whether he decided to hang him up, even though he was getting action previous 3 years.
And this is going to be up the right side. Takes a couple hops. Picked up by the second baseman. Flipped to first. And out in time. The speedy Don Boselli beats it out. Infield single. That'll bring up Dean Reap.
That was a tough play for Pagliuca.
Certainly was.
Really slow hit.
I think he got it to first base with his glove. And the pitch up high. Working from the stretch. That one's up high. Dylan Locke threatening to throw down. There's a strike. 2-1 count. Runner on first, 1 out for Ashland. A little outside there, 3-1. A little bit of a wind breeze today. Certainly not as windy as Tuesday, where we had the softball game. And that's going to be a strike. It'll fill up the count. He deals. And this is up the middle. Takes a couple hops. Picked up by the second baseman. Throw to the shortstop at second for 1. And that's all they'll get, but they do get the lead runner. So Reap reaches via the 4-6 force out. And that'll bring up Ethan Antonick, the left fielder.
Heads up play by Pagliuca to get the lead runner.
Certainly was. Throw down to first, and it's going to get into right field. The runner going to try to go to second, and the throw over is going to be off the mark, not in time. So Vaselli reaches via the error.
I'm not going to say anything. Former captain of the Ashland Clockers, playing at Skidmore, Jackson Hornung, hitting .469 at Skidmore.
Wow.
How you like that? Foul back. .469, Tom.
I wouldn't expect anything different.
3-sport star at Ashland, hockey, football, and baseball.
Certainly fun to watch over the last few years. Wide up and the pitch. A little high. 2-1 the count. Ashland head coach Matt Messer cheering on his team as this is hit up the middle. Over to Pagliuca. Throw to first, and they'll get him. 4-3 for out number 3. And we will head to the bottom of the second with the Hillers leading 1-0 on HCAM. Bottom of the second inning, Andrew Gahn, the pitcher, stepping in. 7, 8, and 9 due up for the Hillers. Gahn, Pagliuca, and Hellenbeck. 1-0 count. There was a late schedule change for Hillers baseball. We'll tell you about that in just a moment. Wind up and the pitch. Down low. So they will be playing this Sunday against Holliston, but there will be only one game. It'll be a 6:15 first pitch, but there'll be also a ceremony before the game as that's filed away.
Well, you get married?
And we'll tell you about the ceremony in just a moment. 2-1 count. There'll be a ceremony to honor Fred Murphy, a Hopkinton Hall of Famer who recently passed away. So we'll have that live for you on our HCAM broadcast as well.
So the game is a home game, true?
It is indeed, right here at the turf. Under the lights. Fouled away. So that'll be a 6 o'clock start to the broadcast this Sunday. No 3 o'clock game, which is too bad. I was looking forward to the doubleheader.
Well, you got something to do that night anyway. It's another hit batter, I think. No?
Nope, he fouled it away.
Fouled off. Is that true? You won't be here for that game?
I will be here.
Oh, you will? I was hoping you wouldn't.
I was hoping you wouldn't.
Give me some talk time one of these days.
Line up in the pitch. And this is ripped up the left side. Fair ball into left field. And gone. Going to keep on going to second base. Little hesitation. Slides in. And he's safe with the double.
I don't know, with that hesitation by Gone, he deked the left fielder into not throwing a seed to second base, but nevertheless, he's sitting on second. Not literally, but he is on second.
Well, he's
literally.
standing on it.
What's that?
He's standing on it.
Yeah, he's standing on it. And, he was the hero last game.
Scott
Right in front of
Pagliuca.
Mom and Dad and everybody.
Yeah. Scott Pagliuca at the plate. The lefty awaits the pitch. Letichevsky looks at second, but pulled back. 1-0.
You can be sure that there will be nobody from second base get picked off with an inside move for the balance of the game. Or there'll be some fireworks in the dugout.
Time called by Scott.
Such a rarity to get picked off second base. But it happened right here at the turf field.
And Letichevsky will turn around. Down low, gets by the catcher, and the runner going to take off for third. I'm going to give that a wild pitch, Larry, I think.
Yeah, I agree. Nobody's going to look at your scorebook. Anyway,
It's very
did you
true.
see the Jerry Remy sort of celebration last night?
And that's inside.
Being a broadcaster and all. Did you happen to see it?
3-0. I didn't.
Very nicely done.
I did see that Celtics game, though.
Oh, I know, but it was before the Celtics game.
There's a walk.
It was on like 5:30. 5:30, because I think it was a 6 o'clock game.
Well,
Very
Jerry
nicely
Remy
done.
will certainly be missed.
Yeah.
Connor Hellenbeck will step in.
Well, Yaz looks old. He looked like he was 95. I looked up, he's like 82. From all that cigarette smoking he's done. He used to smoke in the dugout, if you recall. Gonna have a pinch runner for...
I think they are. They're going to bring in Nolan Kelly Jr. to pinch run for Pagliuca.
Wonder how Connor Kelly's doing up at UMass Lowell. We'll see him.
That is fouled away.
Should find out pretty soon where Josh Fisher is going to take up space next year.
Upstairs. 1-1 the count.
Way the infield is playing back, that second base bag is ripe for picking.
I think that's what Coach Simos might have saw and put in the speedy Nolan Kelly, as that's down low. There is warm-up action for Ashland. And is Chris... Oh, that's going to get away from the catcher. And Gone going to slide home. He'll score. And staying put at second is going to be Kelly. So a pass ball there.
Yeah, you got to get down, put the glove between your legs, keep the door shut.
It's 2-0 Hillers lead now. So that is Chris Dialzik getting loose for Ashland. As this is hit into center field, caught, but Kelly gonna tag, and
I don't think he tagged.
yeah, he didn't tag, so they double him up.
He forgot how many outs there were, apparently.
I think so. So double play there, and that'll bring up Joe Carrazza. I don't even think he realized that it was caught. I
Now,
think
when
that
you
was the
think there's
problem.
two out, you go on the crack of the bat.
I think he thought it might have been a hit, or that there was 2 outs. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Down low. One and one, the count. Ooh, that hit him.
It's the second time for him, isn't it?
It certainly is. And I'll bring up Dylan Locke. I'm trying to think of the Hiller a couple of years ago who got hit by a pitch pretty much every game.
Oh, he is related to somebody. One of the elders. He was a young Simos boy.
Oh, of course, of course.
Of course.
Line up and the pitch. Outside.
And when I interviewed him, it wasn't off the record. I said, Stevie, how come you get hit all the time? He says, I hang out over the plate.
There's a strike, 1-1. Yeah, the Hillers take pride in getting hit by a pitch.
Oh, yeah. But you got to want to hang out over the plate.
Fouled away.
That center fielder's playing in a little shallow, but I'm not going to say anything. Dylan Locke blessed with really good power.
We're into the count.
No wall up again tonight, which I like. So a gap shot, they can run and run and run and run.
Runner taking off from first. The throw up is going to be low. Is it in time? No. Good steal there by Karatza. So he's been hit by a pitch twice, and he's stolen 2 bases.
That's Joey Karatza for you. Nice Irish kid.
That is. Did he get hit?
Yes, he did.
Got hit.
Right
got
in the
hit
dome.
In the face area.
Or maybe facial.
They're going to check him out.
We got a trainer? No.
There's Dylan Locke, and we'll see if he stays in the game.
That's his third hit batsman, third or fourth, and that'll certainly be a mouse. I did not hear the click of the helmet, which you normally hear when you get hit on the head with a baseball. Be a soft tissue problem.
Mike Burney's due up next, and we are going to get a pinch runner.
Hopefully it just grazed him. They'll get an ice pack on him quick.
Peter Mahone coming in. Yeah, hopefully it wasn't anything severe.
He didn't go down like he was shot, so hopefully it is just a graze.
And Coach Messer going to take the ball from Tyler Chesky, so we'll get a relief pitcher coming into the game for Ashland. And with the pitching change, we'll take a breather. Hiller's leading it 2-0 here in the bottom of the second on HCAM. New pitcher in the game for Ashland. Chris Stilzik, the new pitcher, as Mike Burney steps in. Runners on first and second, windup and the pitch, up high.
Peter Mahan taking the place of Dylan Locke over at first base. Still no word out of the dugout on how Dylan is doing.
Stilzik working from the stretch, both runners with a slight lead. He winds, he deals. Breaking pitch. And that's going to make the count 2-0.
Mike Burney got the win the other night in that 1-0 game against Norwood. After Andrew Gahn had pitched 5 innings.
Down low. Three and 0 the count. A walk would load him up. There's ball 4. Bases loaded. They'll bring up Charlie Petruni, the left fielder.
Couple of Charlies in this lineup, Tom. Simulus and Petroni. Very Bostonian lineup.
Line-up and the pitch.
And
that hit him. Here comes a run.
What's that, 5 today?
That is 5. 5 hit batters. Carrazza comes around to score. Lock up to third. Bernie to second. Petruni
You know
to
what I'm
first.
thinking? This is bordering on that Dighton Rehoboth masterpiece last year.
Yeah.
The eight bean balls.
Right.
And Hopkinton had 4, so half as nasty. That game was ridiculous.
Step in. Dialzik set to deal. Looks at third, long glare, and delivers. There's a strike.
Let's see if you're 4-hole worthy, Johnny.
And this is fouled off into the parking lot.
Did I tell you I got my windshield repaired?
You did not.
Craziest thing. It was a non-baseball related injury.
Set to deal. One and 2. Take over. I gotta fix the live feed.
Ashland catcher does not present himself as very big. Got to try and be as big as you can if you are small in stature. Give the pitcher a bigger target. And the umpire to give you the benefit of the doubt on a strike. It's going to drop down in the left field. Is 1 run in. Here comes Bernie to the plate. Slides. It's out.
So they get the out at the plate. 1 run does score. Lock comes around. And that's going to be an RBI single for Waters to end the inning. But the Hillers have the 4-0 lead as we head to the top of the third on HCAM. It's going to take a while to reset. Top of the third inning, top of the order for Ashland. Connor Cowan stepping in. A 4-0 lead for the Hillers.
Cowan do a stint at Ashland post 77 Legion?
You are correct.
I am? For once.
Yes,
all right.
He was on the team last year.
He just looks a little smaller in this Ashland uniform.
There's a strike. 1-1.
Played a decent shortstop, if I recall.
There's a strike. 1-2.
finds himself behind in the count.
I believe that is locked back out there behind the plate.
It is. He just got grazed.
That is good to see he is okay.
Luckily, he's prone to bloody noses, my reporting tells me.
Up high.
There's a breaking pitch that got away from Gone. So that's good news for Coach Simos. Doesn't want to lose his captain.
Down low, there's a walk. That'll bring up Jack Reardon, the first baseman.
Senior captains for the Hillers are Nick Baharik, who's the shortstop, and the battery of Gone and Locke. Coach Simos out to the mound to have a conversation with Andrew Gone.
And we apologize to the folks watching live, having a little bit of a technical glitch. But in case you missed it, 3 runs scored for the Hillers in the bottom of the second. The inning started off with a double by Andrew Gahn. Pagliuca walked. And then a flyout by Hallenbeck, and Pagliuca, well, the pinch runner for Pagliuca got caught not tagging Nolan Kelly. Then after that, Carazza hit by a pitch. Dylan Locke hit by a pitch in the face area, but he is okay. Back out there, wind up and the pitch. And that is going to be a hit batter. And Mike Burney walked. Petruni hit by a pitch, and Waters drove in a run.
And three hit batters in that inning?
Yes. Yep.
Well, turnabout is fair play, they say. Some warm-up activity in the Hopkinton bullpen. Coach Simos has been out once to talk to Andrew Gahn.
And this is hit in the air, right side, and caught. And the runners are going to stay put. And that was a nice job by Connor Hallenbeck covering ground there. 1 away with 2 on, and Luke Herter, the catcher, to the plate.
Hallenbeck made a nice play on that ball. It looked like the wind is blowing in. Outfield playing very deep for Herter. Check swing, they'll get a strike call on that. 2 strikes. Now Gahn can do anything he wants as far as pitch selection. Just missed putting him on the bench. 1 and 2. Foul back to the screen. Look at how deep Hallenbeck is playing in right field. About 4 steps from being able to jump the fence. Oh, that's a line drive off the glove of the first baseman. Hallenbeck coming in, throws behind the runner all the way to home plate.
An RBI single there for Luke Herter. Reardon up to third, and that'll bring up Keegan Weiss, the right fielder. We apologize again, folks. Having a little bit of technical difficulties we're trying to work out.
Locke flashing some signals. We got an ambulance coming down here. We may have a cat up a tree situation. Lefty Weiss. Could be a bunt situation here. Called strike. of the stretch. Goes to the plate. There's a pop-up right behind home plate. Gone coming in. Battles the win, makes a catch. Grant Reap stepping in. 2 outs. Called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. You may have been able to hear Mike Whalen. Runner takes off. Little delayed steal. 2 balls and a strike. 2 outs. Hopkinton up 4-1. Ashland got their run this inning. Poured over for a strike. Herder and Reardon on base, second and third. Fouled out of play into the parking lot.
2-2 count.
Oh, I'm sorry, I thought you went to lunch.
That's okay. We're trying to work out those technical glitches.
Another hit batter.
I think we're going to get some warnings here, perhaps.
No, they're saying he took a swing at it.
Ah.
Coach Simos right out of the dugout. Oh, they're calling it a hit batter. I think that's 3 for Andrew Gahn. 4 for Ashland. Baselli. Wild swing. Strike 1. Backed him up for a called strike. Now he finds himself in the hole 0-2. Bases juiced, full of clockers. Ground ball back to Andrew Gahn. Flips to first for the out, and that retires the side. So after 3.5 innings, the score is 4-1 Hopkinton. You are watching Hopkinton Hiller Baseball on HCAM.
Bottom of the third inning, Charlie Simulus, the first baseman, stepping in. A 4-1 lead for the Hillers. First pitch, a ball. Wind up and the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1.
I can't even pronounce the pitcher's last name. In any event, he drops down to the side. Doesn't throw very hard.
There's a strike. 1-2. That's fouled off into the parking lot.
Spoke to Zach Sisitsky, former captain, last night. Well, I didn't speak with him. I texted him. He's getting ready to graduate May 20th from Georgetown. There's a fly ball down the left field line. That's going to curve foul. And he'll be heading to New York City in July. I gave him a little ribbon about that. He says, I'll probably only last 3 years there. I said, probably. Since he is of the age of consent, I told him I would take him out for a little beverage. There's a line drive into center field for Simulus.
It's a nice leadoff single for Simulus. That'll bring up Andrew Gahn.
Can you believe some of the kids we call baseball are graduating college?
Unbelievable.
When we knew them when they were just knee-high to a grasshopper?
Line up behind the pitch. There's a bunt, foul.
Not very good form on that one, Andrew. Andrew heading off to Schenectady, New York next year. Sorry about that. Rensselaer Polytech. Very good engineering school. Got to have a big brain to get in there. Not good. Good effort by the catcher. Did not get his bat level. That's why that ball did not get down on the ground. Popped it up. The bunt play will be taken off with 2 strikes. Coach Simos trying to grind out a run with the sacrifice there. Oh, he looked like he wanted to pull the trigger on that. Held back. 1-2. Not sure what the logic is with a big power hitter like Andrew Gahn, but never question Coach Simos on logic. As I might have mentioned last broadcast, Coach Simos was foul back, inducted into the Massachusetts Baseball Coaches Association Hall of Fame. Well, in excess of 200 victories. He's on the speaker circuit in the wintertime. It's very entertaining, public speaker.
Set to deliver. Down low.
Gone has worked the count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Outfield playing way too shallow for him.
Time called.
Perhaps they didn't watch the last game we broadcast, Tom.
Perhaps not.
Or the one previous to that.
Wind up and the pitch.
He's back to the bench. He's a backbencher, as they say in British Parliament.
One down, Scott Pagliuca to the plate. There's a strike.
Didn't like the pitch. Probably wouldn't been able to do anything with it had he swung. Foul ball out of play. Ashland pitcher hasn't shown a move over to first base yet, to the best of my recollection. Simulus not getting a particularly greedy lead over there, so. Two-step lead. Ball outside. What does low battery mean on your cell phone?
There's the 1 and 2. Again, to the folks watching live, we apologize. Having some technical difficulties we're trying to work out.
Scotty Pags just fouled that pitch off.
Chesky deals. A little high.
Looked like he was going to offer that one, Tom, right?
2 and 2 count. There's strike 3, two-way.
Real off-speed stuff.
Connor Hallenbeck.
Wind picking up down here at the turf field. A little bullpen activity going by our camera. Well, the breeze is considerable.
Checking at first, runner back safe. Looks like they're going to warm up Frankie Opadesano, the junior, to perhaps come into the game and pitch. Slight lead at first. Swing and a miss.
I turned my phone off just so you know. If my mother calls, tell her I'm busy, all right?
Will do.
All right, thank you. I appreciate it.
The 1-1, and that is foul.
The Ashland catcher doesn't have a particularly good cannon behind the plate. And he's in a squat, so it's going to be tough for him. His legs should be parallel to the turf. He's squatting down, so his butt's almost hitting the turf. There's a line drive into left center field, and that's going to get down, and that's going to be a 3-bagger at least, and maybe more.
Still rolling. Here comes Simulus, and he's going for the inside the park homer. The throw is off the mark, and it's an inside the park home run by Connor Hallenbeck. 2-run score for the Hillers, and it's a 6-1 game.
That was just plain old poor positioning by the outfielders.
I'll bring up Joe Carrazza. Well, the bats are going today, Larry.
Yep, sure are. If they were 2 or 3 steps back, they would have been able to probably save the run anyway. But once that ball hits the turf, it scoots, and so does the runner. Joey Carrazza. There's a bunt. Right back to the pitcher. Throws to first. Gets him.
So 1-3 out to wrap up the inning, but 2 more score for the Hillers. And it is a 6-1 game as we head to the top of the 4th on HCAM. Top of the fourth inning, Dean Reap at the plate.
This game is moving a little slowly.
A lot of runs. First pitch, a ball, 1-0. A lot of runs, a lot of hit batters. That one
We
low as
apologize
well.
for those technical difficulties you may be experiencing. You can always
Yes.
catch the game on our YouTube page.
We'll get this game posted up shortly in its entirety so the fans can see it. 2-1 count.
That's a ball. Counts even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The ground ball over to second baseman. Pagliuca picks it up. Over to first.
4-3.
1 down.
For out number 1. Ethan Anthony to the plate.
My son Marky Mark is graduating. When is he graduating? May 13th, UMass. My job is done. Take him out to dinner, I think, afterwards. What do you think, Tom?
There you go.
Swing and a miss. Big cut. Nothing but air.
Hit in the air right to the shortstop.
I told my son if he doesn't answer my text, regardless of the content, he's going to go to that place with the yellow letter and the red sign and the clown walking around on it for his graduation dinner. The ground ball over to Paharic, picks it up, throws to first, Samuel scoops it, and that retires the side.
6-3 for out number 3. It is a 6-1 Hillers lead as we head to the bottom of the 4th on HCAM. Bottom of the 4th inning. Dylan Locke at the plate.
Moving right along.
Chevsky set the deal. Swing and a miss.
Big swing and a miss. Did I tell you I got a haircut today, Tom?
You did not.
No,
0-2 the count. Swing and a miss, 1 away.
Wind blowing from right to left.
Right up in the pitch to Bernie, and there's a strike.
Ashland pitcher thrown out of the stretch. Brings the ball up high over his head. And
Yeah,
he
hit him.
hits the batter. That's what happens. Bring your arms up high, you throw the pitch and you throw it into the rib cage. It's a 6 hits batsman today, I think. It's not like it's been raining and the ball's slick.
Charlie Petruni at the plate. And he hits this one in the air, foul.
Nick Paharic was down in the bullpen. He may close out the game. Coach Simons doesn't like to have his pitchers earlier in the season throw over, not nearly in time. Doesn't like to have his pitchers early in the season go the whole game. That's his MO.
Set to deliver, and that's ripped foul. Look out, school bus.
Ooh,
I think it got a piece of it.
I think it did too.
Doesn't look like the window was broken though. So
No, unfortunately, but I'm a little disappointed with the Hopkinton alumni. I just checked the stands. No former players down here.
That'd be in the pitch. That hit him.
Oh boy, this is getting into Dighton Rehoboth territory.
I think we're already there.
Are we there?
That is the, I believe, 6th hit batter for the Hillers.
6?
Yep. John Waters is going to step in. So it's 2 on with 1 out.
A cleanup hitter. A couple of ducks on the pond.
Fouled away.
Big breeze.
From the stretch, there's a ball. 1-1 the count.
Ashland outfielders still playing in.
It's in there for a strike. 1-2.
That was a nice juicy pitch he let go by.
There's a ball. 2-2 the count.
See how low that Ashland catcher's derriere is to the turf? He's not helping himself. He's not helping his pitcher. Looks very small compared to Johnny Waters at the plate.
He deals. And this is cracked foul and over us. Count remains 2-2. Swing and a miss. 2 away with 2 on.
Little deception by the Ashland pitcher.
Charlie Simulus comes up to the plate.
Waters goes back to the dugout. He's not too happy with himself.
There's a strike.
I got some new reading glasses, Tom. I went down the dollar store. You know how much I paid for them?
I don't.
$1.
Oh, there you go. Fouled away.
Bought like 5 pair. Good bargains. So I don't know how I break these things. Pop the lenses out. I don't know.
Well, they only cost $1, right?
Hey, that's true.
Chevsky deals, and that is fouled off towards the school bus once again. Oh, right off the bus.
Runners were off.
Charlie Petruni at first, Mike Burney at second.
Couple of burners on the base path.
Well, the
I
bus
don't
is
know
gonna
about
move
Bernie,
now.
but
2 on and 2 outs.
I think the Connolly Bus Company's moving their bus inside move. Bernie back in plenty of time.
Simulus so far 1 for 2. Singled and scored a run in the third. Swing and a miss. And that is going to do it for the inning. We will head to the top of the fifth. Hillers leading 6-1 on HCAM. Top of the fifth inning. The Hillers leading 6-1. This game almost hour and a half old, Larry.
Yeah. Should have brought my sleeping bag. Frankie Opatisano taking the ball from Andrew Gahn. So remove Gahn from the batting lineup.
Ooh,
almost hit the
batter.
Ashland hitter, and he got him. So payback is a expletive.
Opatisano is a junior. Reardon trots down to first base. That'll bring up Connor Kramer.
Coach Simos told me preseason that he hoped he could get some innings out of Frankie.
There's a strike.
Warm-up activity for Ashland. Ball in the dirt. Picked by Locke.
Wind up and the pitch. Down low.
Now, Tom, let me draw a contrast between catchers. Dylan Locke will get in a parallel position with his derriere as soon as the pitch is released. Right there.
Ripped up the left side, and that is a fair ball. Lead runner heading to third, and he will be safe. That is going to be a double for Connor Kramer. 2 on with no outs for Ashland. And that's going to bring up Luke Herter, the catcher.
So the Ashland catcher stays down and has his butt down. So runner taking off, it takes some extra time to get up to throw. And that's the difference between the two.
Herter so far today, 1 for 2. Had an RBI single in the third. There's the ball.
Ray Robichaux was warming up in the bullpen. He may go into the game. Should Frankie run into trouble? Foul out of play by the Ashland dugout.
Ashland also with warm-up action. Max Douglas getting loose for Ashland. I'd say there's a pretty good chance we'll see him next inning.
Yeah. Did you see that former, well, wait till this pitch is thrown.
And this is hit up the middle to the shortstop. They'll get one at first and a run will score.
Former Ashland Legion Post 77 manager Jake Obed ran the marathon
I did.
in 4 hours and 38 minutes, blazing 26-mile effort.
That is quite a effort there by the former Ashland Legion coach Jake Obed. There's a strike.
Ran for one of his teachers that helped him get out of high school. Raised some money.
Wind up and the pitch.
All around good kid, that Jake Obed.
Certainly is. We'll certainly miss working with him for Ashland Legion Baseball. 1-1 count. Fouled away. To the count. And this is up the middle, loved by the shortstop. Throw to first is off the mark. A run did score, and now Weiss gonna head to second.
That was bad all the way around.
Well, Ashland slowly working their way back in. It's a 6-3 game. That'll bring up Grant Reap.
One more run and Coach Simos will poke his head out like a groundhog right out of the dugout, and it should be all for Frankie. Big cut.
Swing and a miss there. Wind up and the pitch. There's a bunt, and it's pulled back. And Coach Messer doesn't like the call. I don't know what was wrong with it. I don't know what happened there, Larry.
Mike Whalen might have called it a strike, and the coach is saying he didn't offer at it. And the second base umpire agreed with the third base coach.
Wind up and the pitch. And this is hit high in the air over to left center, and no one's going to make the catch. And Weiss heading to third. He's going to come around and try to score. And now here comes Grant Reap heading to third. He slides in safely. It's an RBI triple, a 6-4 game.
Scotty Paggs was heads up there. He was trailing Nick Paharik for the cutoff. Cutoff throw got past Paharik, but Paggs was standing there. Prevented another run from scoring.
Yeah, a little miscommunication in the outfield, I'd say. It didn't look like any of them called each other off of it.
Nope. Coach Simos talks about that all the time. Talk, talk, talk.
3 simple words, I got it.
Yeah.
But that was one of those situations where both outfielders weren't sure if they were going to get there in time.
Well, one of the two is going to take control. Yep. Center fielder's ball, normally by rule.
Wind up and the pitch. Outside.
Just a little bit outside.
3-0. Well, the Hillers running into some struggles here. And you wonder if maybe they should have left Gone in the game. There's a walk, 4-pitch walk.
Yeah, that's going to be all for Frankie El Patisano. I think he'll bring in Nick Paharik.
And we'll just stay
and that's
going
what he's
and
gonna
see
do.
if he takes the ball. Did he take the ball?
He's going to be given the ball.
All right. He did take the ball. We'll get a pitching change. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers Baseball on HCAM.
Now on the hill.
And there's a strike.
Paharik heading off to Assumption out in the Worcester area next year. Alex Cora, Red Sox manager, has reported, well, they reported to me, has COVID-19.
Oh, really?
It's going through the Red Sox dugout.
Certainly still around. Is that pitch up high?
I understand it's pretty catchy.
I guess so. Who do we have at shortstop now, Larry?
I'm not sure.
And this is up the right side to the first baseman. Throw to second for one. Throw back to first, not in time, but they do get one. And another run does come around to score. So Reap gets an RBI, reaches on the force out via a sacrifice. It's a 6-5 game now.
I think that's Joe Pedisano over at short. I think they just swapped them out.
I think you
Looks
were
like
correct.
number 11.
Ethan Antonik to the plate. There's
It's
a
a one-run
strike.
game now.
Yep.
Looked like we were going to get out at a reasonable hour. It could get out by nightfall.
Yeah, they might have to turn the lights on soon.
You know how scared I am in the dark.
There's a ball, 1-1. There's a strike, 1-2.
Ashland dugout coming alive. They've been quiet for most of the day.
Runner taking off from first as this is hit in the air over to center field and caught for the third out, but Ashland plates 4 runs, and it's a 6-5 Hiller lead as we head to the bottom of the 5th on HCAM.
Hopefully he can get something going this inning. Bottom 5.
Still Chris Dalzik out there on the mound. I'd imagine the leash might be a little short with Dalzik because that pitch is outside, 1-0.
Say what you want, but he settled things down.
Certainly did.
Game looked like it was really going to get out of control. Thought we had a hit batsman there again, but not to be.
Might have been the pitch. Fouled off.
Sort of an excuse me. Check swing. That was sort of an excuse me check swing.
He winds, he deals, and this is ripped up the middle. Glove by the diving shortstop. Throw to first. In time, says the umpire.
The Ashland dugout loves it. Hopkinton dugout, not so much.
That was close, Larry.
Yeah. Good play by the shortstop. Got to give him credit, as much as I don't want to. Got down on a knee and got up and threw a seed over there to first base. Yeah, Scotty Pagliuca, my favorite player. Hopefully he can get things going.
It was a good throw by Cowern as the lefty steps in. Takes ball 1. Up high. Two and 0 the count. There's a ball. And this is hit in the air left side. That's going to get down for a base hit. Pagliuca going to keep on running to second base. And that's where he will stay, a stand-up double.
Just as I said, get things started. That ball was tailing away from the left fielder.
Connor Hallenbeck will come up to the plate.
Yeah.
Line up and the pitch. And this is hit high in the air, left side, and it was caught. And now the runner going to head to third. Or was that caught?
It was caught. He stayed down, and Pags
It was, right.
smartly scampered down to third base.
So 2 outs, runner on third, Joe Carazza to the plate. Yeah, they're checking on the left fielder, making sure he's all right.
I don't think he
I think
realized
ran
he had a
into the
runner
fence
on
when he made
second
the
base.
catch. I think that's what it was.
Somebody alertly alerted him that there was a runner going to advance a base.
Carazza steps in.
He's a pain in the neck.
Takes a strike there. Carazza is 0 for 1, but has been hit by a couple pitches, scored a run, and has stolen 2 bags.
Always seems to be in the mix, that Joey Carazza.
Line up and the pitch, and he gets a piece of this one into center field. It goes. Pagliuca around to score. An RBI single for Carazza. That makes it a 7-5 Hiller lead.
As I was saying, he's sort of always in the fray.
Here comes Dylan Locke.
Carazza with really, really good speed, and Dylan Locke with great bat control.
Locke 0 for 2 was hit by a pitch. Runner taking off from first, throw to second, is going to get into center field. A stolen base by Carazza. His third of the game.
As I was saying, good speed. His lead wasn't all that greedy.
Line up and the pitch. There's a strike.
Locke was looking fastball all the way and got the off-speed pitch and the bad news.
The 1-1. Outside.
Not a particularly huge crowd today. Got some fans up in the right field bleacher area.
There's a strike. 2-2.
Left and center fielder playing very shallow for Locke.
And he turns towards second. Carazza back.
I think those pickoffs are called from the bench.
Hellenbeck, or Thielzik steps back for time.
Sort of like you step off, I'll step out. You step off, I'll step off.
He deals. Locke thought about it, pulls back, and takes the ball. 3-2 the count. First base is open. And this is hit high in the air to right field towards the fence. And it's not going to be caught. Karatz is going to score. And now Locke going to head to third base. Here he goes, slides in, he's safe. An RBI triple. And it's an 8-5 Hillers lead.
Had to swim to get to third base. He slid on his belly and was a half an arm's length away, so he had to bring his left arm over.
Mike Bernie steps in.
They were just playing a little too shallow, those outfielders. Wind took that one.
Swing and a miss. Big swing there. Bernie has been hit by 2 pitches and walked today. Fouls that one off. 0-2. Wind up and the pitch. Outside.
With 2 out, Locke can get a little further down towards home plate. Third baseman playing way back.
The 1-2. Upstairs, 2-2. And he gets a big piece of this one over to left center. Could be trouble. That's going to drop in. A run already in. And still rolling in the outfield. Bernie going to head over to third base. And that is where he will stay. An RBI triple. It is a 9-5 Hillers lead.
A lot of power in that compact body of Bernie.
If they had that wall out there, I think that would have been gone, Larry.
Yeah, I understand, but
Trudy will step in. Well, I guess the no wall giveth and taketh away.
yeah, but it has giveth more than taketh away.
I agree.
And speaking of taketh away, we're going to have a new pitcher, it looks like.
We will indeed. Max Douglas coming into the game for Ashland. We'll step aside. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers Baseball on HCAM.
We're back after a stand-up triple by Mike Bernie.
Charlie Petruni at the plate. Max Douglas on the mound for Ashland. Mike Bernie at third base after a long triple. As that pitch is down low.
He'll have cookies and milk waiting for him when he gets home. I think.
1-0. Down low. 2-0. Well, this game a couple hours old already. Certainly been a lot of
It's
action.
like 4 hours old already.
And this is ripped into center field. That's going to get down. Bernie is around to score. And it's going to make it a 10-5 game as Petruni slides in to second base with the RBI double.
So it was the Center fielder Bernie set the table for the left fielder Petruni.
We have a pinch hitter, Joe Scardino, into the game in the DH slot for John Waters.
What's it take, 10 wins to get in the playoffs, Tom? Is that the rule?
You're correct. But this year it is a state format, so no more sectionals.
What?
That's the way it is for all sports in the MIAA now. It's gone to a full-out state format, so no more sectionals.
Please explain.
It's down low. Well, they pretty much take all the playoff teams throughout the state and put them in the bracket.
Okay.
So it's one big bracket.
A Division 4, there's no... It's the same as a Division 1?
No. They have the different divisions. So all the teams in Division 1 will be in the Division 1 playoffs.
Whether they're north or south?
D2 playoffs.
So
there's no more north and south.
Okay, no more north and south. East or west?
There could be some teams traveling quite a ways.
Yeah, like Nauset.
That's why getting as many wins as you can is certainly more important than ever.
Yeah, I mean, you could be like a
trips.
team like Stoughton and be a 5th seed, but have a home game.
It's a possibility.
I think that happened once.
And it's down low. It worked well for the fall and winter sports seasons, and we'll get our first look at it this spring. The state format.
You have any idea what time it is?
About 3 o'clock, as there is a strike.
About 3 o'clock.
2-1 the count. Wind's picking up here. There's a strike, 2-2.
Didn't look like he was ready for a curveball, but that's what he got. Little mound conference to keep the game going.
Well, Chris Dialzik pitched 3 full innings, gave up 6 runs, struck out 4, walked 1, and hit 3 batters. Max Douglas, the 3rd pitcher of the day for Ashland. Scardino steps back in.
We went from a 1-run game to Hopkinton doubling up Ashland, and as the head batter.
And he's hit by a pitch.
Something new and different.
And we're going to have a pinch hitter for Charlie Simulus. It's going to be Jack Interante. So Jack Interante steps in.
Oh, I've got some breaking news for you.
Do ya? Heard
Yeah.
your update sounder there.
A junior college pitcher was suspended 4 games for tackling opponent who had hit a home run.
Oh, I saw that.
Hit a home run.
That was pretty brutal.
And he was suspended.
Yeah, that's not a smart thing to do.
The batter was suspended 2 games for taunting. So it must have been a pretty ugly game, I guess.
I guess so. And a pitcher charged at the runner who was, I think, at 3rd heading home and straight out tackled him. There's a strike.
Big cut.
1-1 count to Interante.
Nice looking cut, I must say. That had to have been a Sports Center special.
Jack Interante, Jr. Takes a breaking pitch there, a little high. Throw down a second, runner back safe.
papers blew away, Tom.
It's getting windier and windier as this game goes on.
And the Ashland outfielders continue to play shallow.
There's a ball. 3-1 count. And this is up the right side. That is foul.
Ball had some spin on it. Right off the end of the bat. Petrucci getting a very, very big lead over there at second base.
And pitcher steps off.
Pitcher doesn't have any help with his middle infield. Their shortstop and second baseman are way back.
Wind up in the pitch, both runners taking off. That's fouled away. They'll retreat.
I could have predicted that.
Still in the bottom of the fifth inning, a 10-5 lead for the Hillers. Wind up and the pitch. Down low, there's a walk. Bases loaded. Hillers have batted around.
Yes, they have.
And
Frankie's up.
yeah, Frankie Desano's going to step in. Wind up and the pitch. Down low.
Very quiet Ashland bench. Very quiet. Left fielder biting his fingernails out there. Ball. 2-0.
That's got to be a little frustrating. They were down by one run.
Yeah,
heading
but there's
into
no
this
excuse for
inning.
biting your fingernails out in left field. You got to be ready.
Yep. Right up in the pitch, and this is hit high in the air, left side, and it is caught by the falling shortstop. He was just able to corral it in, Connor Cowan, for the third out, but the Hillers plate 4 runs, and it's a 10-5 Hillers lead as we head to the top of the 6th on HCAM. Top of the 6th, the ball to Connor Cowan. There's a strike, 1-1. It's Nick Paharik on the mound for the Hillers. Down low. 2-1 count. Hillers leading at 10-5. And this is hit into center field. A nice liner there by Cowan, and the lead runner on for the Clockers. That'll bring up Jack Reardon, the first baseman. There's a strike. There's another strike, 0-2. that is up the right side foul. Down low. There's a strike. And an out. Reardon goes down by way of the K. That'll bring up Connor Kramer. Kramer so far is 1 for 2 with also was hit by a pitch. It's a strike.
I'm back now, Tom. I was just hobnobbing with the fans.
Well, we know you're famous, Larry. So
Well,
gotta
you know,
say hi
I
to
just
your
wanted
fans.
to do a couple of man on the street interviews.
0-2. Outside, 1-2. 1 on, 1 out for Ashland, who is down to their final 5 outs. And this is hit up the middle, takes a couple hops, flip the second for 1, throw over to first, not in time.
No chance for double play there. But
Kramer reaches via the 6-4 force out. That'll bring up Luke Herter.
good try on the back end there.
Herter 1 for 2 with a sacrifice RBI. He's driven in 2 in the game. He'll take a strike. Runner
He's gonna
taking
get
off from
thrown out.
first, throw to second. They got him. That will wrap up the inning. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th with the Hillers leading 10-5 on HCAM.
One of the more questionable coaching calls that runner getting thrown out at second base. They're down by 5 runs. You've got perhaps the best catcher in the Tri-Valley League behind the plate. And you take off and end the inning that way. I don't know.
Scotty
It's kind of a head
Pagliuca at the
scratcher,
plate.
Tom. And
Yeah.
I just got my hair cut today, so it's perfect time to start scratching my head. Just don't understand that play.
It's a strike to Pagliuca.
Now, he had a double his last time up. Sliced it down the left field line.
Time called.
Oh, he's playing mind games with the pitcher. The ball he hit last time up was about 4 foot fair.
That one's up high. Fouled off.
Painfully, Ashland is down to their last 3 outs offensively.
And they'll have their work cut out for them. It's down low. Wind up and the pitch. And this is hit in the air over to right center. Could be trouble towards the fence. And that is going to drop down. And Pagliuca is aboard at second base with a leadoff double.
I thought he was going to be greedy and head for third. I wouldn't have blamed him. took that one from the right fielder. Not that it wasn't a solidly hit ball, but
Connor Hallenbeck steps to the plate.
Pagliuca's had a good game.
Hallenbeck had the inside the park homer back in the third.
Pagliuca was hitting in the 3 spot against Noah, and he got pushed down the order.
There's a strike. Pagliuca with a bit of a lead. Douglas looks over and deals. And this is hit in the air, left side, and it is caught and nearly dropped, nearly fell out of the glove. But
That's
one
what
away.
he gets for biting his nails out there. He just not prepared.
Pagliuca stays at second. That'll bring up Joe Carrazza. Carrazza's had quite a day. Hit by 2 pitches, singled, and stole 3 bases. Also has an RBI to his credit and a run scored. Or 2 runs scored, rather. And he chips this one in the air, right side, and that is going to drop. Pagliuca heading to third. The throw, not in time. And Carrazza takes second.
Good aggressive base running by Scotty, as they have him in the roster. Scotty Pagliuca.
Certainly was, and that'll bring up Dylan Locke.
A little risky, but you're up 5 runs, you can take the risk.
Yep. Locke has been hit by a pitch, had a RBI triple, and has scored 2 runs and also struck out once.
Got a chance for a couple RBIs here with a base hit.
Takes a breaking pitch, a little high, 1-0.
I suppose the umpires want to get home and grab something to eat.
And this is hit in the air, coming down right in front of us. You're going to have to get your glove out, Larry.
Yeah. The ball went straight up and the wind took it.
Glad it didn't take it towards us.
Well. We get workman's comp, don't we? No, I didn't think so.
Line up and the pitch. That hit him. Bases loaded.
Is that the 9th batter? Has it broken the Dighton Rehoboth record? Or
Oh, I don't even know anymore. I think it's the 7th.
7th? Okay.
Mike Burney steps in.
Of stand-up triple fame. His grandmother must be happy with his performance today.
Takes a ball.
Over in Hudson, Mass. Did you know his grandmother was from Hudson?
I did not.
One of our favorite towns to call baseball games.
Line up and the pitch. And he gets a piece of this one up the left side. Bobbled by the third baseman. And everybody's going to be safe.
Sorry, no RBI for you, Mike. But the Hudson is the home of the incident. You recall that incident there?
Ah, yes. Memorable day.
Evening. Nice evening that evening.
An 11-5 Hillers lead with the run scoring off the error. Petruni steps in. Takes a strike. Nope.
Come on, Charlie. Little base hit now, Charlie.
Just 1 out in the inning for the Hillers.
Fortunately, it's not a long ride back to Ashland.
And this is ripped into center field. That's going to get down. Carazza around to score. It's a 12-5 Hiller lead.
That center fielder played that perfectly. A little right or a little left, and Charlie could still be running. That ball was smoked.
Joe Scardino steps in.
How far are we away from a mercy? Oh,
Time called.
is it 10 after 5?
Yes, sir.
Not going to make that.
Scardino was hit by a pitch earlier, and he takes a strike. Chipped foul.
Can you imagine if you were from Nauset and you were playing in this game and you got the snot beat out of you?
And this is up the middle and bobbled by the shortstop. Another run around to score, and everybody's safe.
And you had to drive all the way down to Nauset? Oh, that'd be horrible.
It's an 8-run lead for the Hillers.
Oh, no kidding. Well, maybe, just maybe, a little base hit, we can go home.
Charlie Simulus comes back into the spot. Line up and the pitch. And he gets a piece of this one, and that'll drop into right center.
We're going
One run
home.
is in. Here comes a second run. The throw, not in time. 2-run score, throw to third, not in time. A 2 RBI base hit by Charlie Simulus. And is the mercy rule going to go into effect? I believe it will.
Okay, guys, enough is enough.
And that'll do it. Mercy rule comes into effect. And the Hillers are going to take the win over Ashland via a mercy. And they will win it 15-5. The Bats were going today for the Hopkinton Hillers as they improved to 3-1 on the season. Ashland falls to 2-3. For Joe Frackleton on camera, my broadcast partner Larry Sacklad, I'm Tom Nappy. Final score for the final time. Hillers over Ashland via a mercy, 15-5. Hillers 3-1 on the season. We thank you all for tuning in. Take care, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll talk to you again soon. Goodbye, everybody.